Guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing today? Also, happy June. I cannot believe we are halfway through the year already. That is insane, but I hope you guys have an amazing, beautiful month. Today, we're gonna be doing my May hits and misses. So I'm gonna walk through all of the products that I tested out the last couple weeks and give you some quick speed reviews, let you know what worked, what didn't. So you already know, grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it and have some girl time. So I'm just gonna start with a little eye primer, and we're gonna do actually some colorful eyeshadow today because it is officially summer in my mind. As soon as June hits, I'm like, okay, it's summer. Even though technically it's not summer, I believe summer starts like in 3 weeks or so. My mind just cannot process summer any other way. June 1st, it's just summer. First hit of the month are these LA Girl 4-play eyeshadow palettes. These are so freaking cute. They're like $6 and you just get 4 eyeshadows, but they're great just go-to palettes if you want a simple eye look without having to use a bunch of different shades. I've been really loving these. This one is a really pretty neutral palette. It's in Seduce. And today I'm gonna use this one in All Nighter. I've actually never tried this out, but I wanna do something fun in blue today. So actually, just kidding. I'm gonna use just one color in the Seduce palette because I wanna use this transition shade first. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that color in my crease a little bit, kind of on the outer portion too. Could even use like a bronzer in the crease or something. I always just like to start off with something neutral first, especially when I do color. These blend so nicely. So I just did a little bit of that color. I'm gonna take now this really pretty blue. This is so nice. And I'm gonna just start kind of working that on the outer lid and in the crease as well. Honestly, I could have probably just went in with this color first, but using a light transition shade is kind of just a part of me being in my comfort zone and always having to add that down. And this color is actually really pigmented. Normally with brighter shades that are more kind of pastels, they can be really powdery, but this is nice. And you can get these at Ulta. I'm pretty sure maybe CVS has them too, because you can get LA Girl at CVS, which I feel like a lot of people don't know, but they have quite a few of their products there. So I actually feel like they have sometimes a bigger variety at CVS with LA Girl than Ulta. So it would be worth checking out because they have really nice products. But how is everybody doing? Are you guys excited for summer? Do you have any plans? Let me know. I'm just excited just for summer because it is honestly just the best time, and I feel like I always just want to be outside, cooking out. I'm going to take the light shimmery teal and I'm going to pop that all over the lid. Definitely going to spray my brush because the other palettes that I did use, the shimmers aren't super intense and metallic-y, but you can build them up. And of course, using your finger, I feel like sometimes is best, but I like to use a brush first to really place the color down precisely where I want. And then I'll add a little bit more with my finger if needed. Ooh, that is so beautiful. I love the green palette too. Let me actually grab that. It's so pretty. This one right here is in Cowgirl. This is stunning. I love these tones as well for summer. I'm taking a little bit of this darker teal. It has a little bit of a glitter finish to it. So I'm just taking it with my finger and very lightly dabbing it in the center of my lid. Ooh, I like that mixed with the lighter shade. That's really pretty. It's giving aquamarine vibes, which is, I always say, but that's literally one of like top 5 comfort childhood movies. I should actually watch that again now that it's officially summer. It is so freaking cute. I watch that movie every year. Does anybody else have those movies that you just kind of keep in rotation every single year? Something else that I have been loving that I recently discovered, and I did a short video on this. So by the way, I've been posting so many shorts. So if you're into the short form content, definitely check out all my recent shorts. I've been doing dupes and product favorites, empties, just a little bit of everything just to sprinkle in a couple extra videos in there, so definitely check those out. But I did a dedicated video featuring the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Ritz because this is literally an exact dupe for the Moon Dust eyeshadow from Urban Decay in the color Midnight Cowboy. So this is just the prettiest eyeshadow that you could use with a brush or your finger, but you can top it over anything and it adds the most gorgeous glitter. And I'm just gonna add even more of this right now over top, add a little extra sparkle to this eyeshadow, but it's so beautiful. You guys know ColourPop Super Shock shadows are stunning, but this color is a really nice champagne and it has some silver glitter, so it's stunning. So I'm just gonna put this everywhere as well. And we're gonna do a little wing with some dark blue eyeshadow today. I'm gonna take this dark blue. It's almost navy, but has a bit of a teal undertone, and I'm gonna use that to do a little winged liner. I just like to follow along the tape, and I bring it in about halfway. It's so easy doing it like this with eyeshadow, the wing. I really love this. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for this blue palette. First time using this today. This is the only one that I have not used, and I love it. It's so pretty. Next product I have here is from Fenty Beauty. This is the Hella Thick Mascara, and I don't love this. Let me just say, it adds a ton of volume. It's very black, which I do really like. I actually do like the wand. It's pretty just standard, but this formula is just very wet, and you get a lot of product on the brush, so it can get very clumpy very quick, and I just find that this smears really easily. I guess because it is such a wet formula, so it just really isn't my favorite mascara. High-end version. Honestly, I like the other Fenty mascara more than this one. I think the formula is a little bit better. I prefer the wand on that one, but if you like more wet formulas, you might like this one. It really does get clumpy. It can be hit or miss. Like right now, I feel like it looks more clumpy, and I've only done one coat. We're gonna do a little pretty wispy lash. Kiss Jubilee is the winner for today. And then we're gonna do complexion, which I have a lot of really good complexion products, lots of good blushes, which I'm excited for. Another product that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Natasha Denona Love Face Palette. If you guys watch my channel religiously, you know that I love the original, the light version, and the dark one is beautiful. But something about the quality of this one, it just doesn't live up to the other ones in my opinion. And I'll definitely keep this in my collection. I'll probably use especially the shimmer. I do really like the shimmer. It's pretty, but the quality is just not as good as the other palettes in my opinion. Even this blush, it's so pretty, and it's not even as vibrant as you would think, which is not always a bad thing. I don't mind a blush that is buildable, but after you set it with powder, the blush pretty much just fades. You can't even see it. So the shimmer in here is really pretty, but the mattes are just kind of average. I just don't think this is the same quality as the other two palettes. But now let's get into the skin. I have two primers that I want to talk about. First primer that was a dud for me is the One Size Secure the Sweat. This pills like crazy, and at first when I first tested this out, I really thought it was my moisturizer, but turns out it was the primer. I used it after that video as well a couple times, and it just pills every single time. It also smells pretty strong. The packaging is not ideal. When you open it up, you're gonna have the product kind of oozing out, so I feel like you're bound to kind of lose and waste a lot of the product as well. Also did use the NYX Freezy Cooling Primer and Moisturizer, and I also did not really love this. I just felt like it didn't really do much for anything. It didn't make a difference, I think, in my foundation routine or anything. It is a really cooling primer, and it has more of a thicker kind of silicone consistency, but I actually don't find this primer to be really hydrating at all. It says moisturizer on here, but for me it did quite the opposite. It does feel really nice though. It is very cooling when you apply it, but I just don't really get a wow factor from this product. Next product I have here is the Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow Skin Tint with SPF 30. I have the color Warm Nude, which I feel like is a little bit too light, but I do like the undertone of this product. I'm not crazy about it though, and let me tell you why. When you first apply it, it looks really pretty, and it definitely does give a really nice healthy glow, but this breaks apart so much throughout the day. I'll insert a picture here. This was actually my foundation yesterday, and I used this. It breaks apart so much. It looks dry, it gets cakey around the nose. It just doesn't look good after a full day. The more that I was wearing it, the more that I'm like, wait, this actually doesn't really look the best. I feel like it goes on really glowy, but then after it actually settles into your skin, it becomes dry and it will cling into any dry spots that you have. I just don't love the way that it wears, which is my issue. I feel like lately with a lot of products that I test out, they look good in the beginning, but then they don't look good by the end of the day or even just after a few hours. Not terrible, but it's just not my favorite. I'll probably continue using this product, maybe mixing it in with other products because I don't really love it on its own. And to be honest, I prefer the CC Plus Nude Glow from IT Cosmetics even over the Healthy Glow from Too Faced. So I think it's just preference. Honestly, if anything, you might be able to get a sample at Sephora and try it out. I have another hit product here. This is the Bye Bye Dark Spots Corrector and Serum from IT Cosmetics. This I actually do really like. This is the epitome of your skin but better, which I feel like IT Cosmetics is known for. And this is a really pretty concealer. It's very skin-like. I feel like this is perfect for a natural makeup look or just an everyday kind of makeup look. You could even use this to spot conceal. It does come with this little brush, which I've been testing out. And at first I was like, okay, the brush is just not really the best, but it does work. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but honestly, when I use this product, I always use my regular concealer brush, but I do feel like the brush works, especially great if you're on the go, and it's really pretty and hydrating. But I definitely prefer like just my classic concealer brush. This is the Anissa Beauty Angled Concealer, and I like it because it's a little bit more dense and it really keeps the coverage of the product. But this is a really pretty concealer. I love it. Definitely going to be nice for the summertime too because it is so lightweight. And I like the fact that there is skincare in here as well. So it is a very fresh, creamy, hydrating concealer. Very happy with the formula of it. I think it's really nice, and this wears really nicely too. So this I really like. Another product I did not love are the low light liquid contours from Flower Beauty. These dry so quick, and I feel like even if you're blending it out instantly, it just looks kind of patchy and not very seamless on the skin. They're just personally not my favorite. I like the Milani liquid contour so much more. A bronzer that I did really like, the LYS No Limits cream bronzer in the shade Courage. You guys, this is so creamy and blendable. I want to get the medium color though, because I feel like I need a little bit of more of a tan for this to be a perfect match, but it gives such nice color and it is just so creamy. I love this brand. They have really great products. I'm really disappointed honestly with LYS. The only thing is, like I said, this color is a little kind of too dark for me at the moment. I feel like it would be perfect if I had some color to me, but it's gorgeous. It's so blendable. It's super creamy. It gives just a gorgeous sun-kissed look. Then I have these LA Girl Velvet Blush Sticks. These are really cute if you like a very light buildable blush that isn't super pigmented. So it does give some color payoff. By the way, I'm going to use the color Snuggle and I'm going to mix it in with Dreamy. Very, very pretty, both of these. And how I like to apply these kinds of products is just applying it directly onto my brush. But it does give some color payoff. It's just not very intense. So I feel like if you like a very natural flush on your cheeks, this is a really nice base. I also do think these are nice base blushes for layering. These next blushes are the complete opposite. These are insanely pigmented. I mean, I'm talking more pigmented than Rare Beauty, I think. And these are the Juvia's Place liquid blushes. I love the blush duo so much, the powdered ones, but these are just next level. I have a couple colors. Soft Tulip and Rosy Posy is what I'm gonna use today. You guys, these are so intense. I am obsessed with this formula. I think I kind of like it a little bit more than Rare Beauty, which is crazy because I love the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. They are fabulous. But I think these might be just a bit more pigmented and a bit more blendable. Not that the Rare Beauty ones aren't blendable, but sometimes I feel like with the matte formulas, they blend really nicely, but you have to also work quickly with them because they can dry. But these are next level. So beautiful, so blendable, very intense. I love that you can mix and match different shades. So I did try out a new powder this past month and I love it. It's the LA Girl Instant Finish Blurring Loose Powder. This is a talc-free powder for $10 and it is so beautiful. I feel like it actually keeps your makeup matte, looking really pretty and smooth throughout the day. So I like to press that right under my eyes using a powder puff. And this one is from Rose and Ben and it is such a nice powder. I've been really, really enjoying it. I also like to put a little bit on my T-zone because that is where I get pretty oily throughout the day and I really love it. The formula is amazing to this powder. Just gives a really pretty finish to the skin. LA Girl, they are just killing it. I love their products. They have such nice stuff and this powder is just everything. So sometimes I put it all over my face. Today I'm going to just keep it on my T-zone and I'm going to just set with the LYS translucent powder for the rest of my face. It's just one of those go-to products that works with everything. And by the way, the color is in Resilience, which is translucent. Another gorgeous blush that I tried out this month is the Color Fuse blush from House Labs, specifically this color in Pomelo Peach. It is gorgeous for the summertime. I am so excited to wear this. This is a really pretty, very smooth pigmented formula and it just goes on so nicely. You don't really have to take your time blending it. You just kind of boop, 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 place it where you want and then bam, you have the most gorgeous color. And so I'm very happy with this blush. I love it. Now for a more affordable option, I love the new ColourPop pressed powdered blushes. I have a couple different favorite shades. The color Papaya is gorgeous for the summertime. I also like this one, Shortbread. So a really pretty light peachy orange and they have the most beautiful colors. I really like these. I think they're just really nice on their own or just layered over other blushes as well. So it's not a dupe for the one from House Labs, but it's a nice alternative if you want a pretty matte soft blush. Let me do a lip combo really quick. I'm going to use the LYS Speak Love Smooth Glide Lip Pencil. These are really nice. I want to get like all the colors. They are pigmented, they glide on, they're not dry, even though it's a pencil, like a wooden lip pencil. It's so nice. Also, the one size lip liners are really good too. So I've been discovering a lot of really good high-end lip liners. It's such a nice color for every day. Now, I finally got my hands on the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. This one is in Pink Sugar. These, first of all, smell delicious. This one specifically smells like a warm vanilla sugar cookie baking on a Sunday afternoon. I love these lip butter balms. The cherry one is really pretty too. It gives a light cherry wash of color. And this one, I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more pink, but when it goes on, it pretty much almost goes on clear. So I love it. I think it's nice. It feels nice, but I just wish it was a little bit more pinky on the lips. I wish it had that light milky baby pink kind of undertone. So if you want something a little bit more pink, this is probably not it. Honestly, it just reminds me more of a clear gloss. Even when I don't wear it with lip liner, you don't really see a lot of that pinkiness. So it is really nice. If you're familiar with this formula, it is literally just a buttery, delicious, creamy balm. Also, since we're here, I'm gonna add just a little bit of highlight. And I'm gonna use this one from the Natasha Denona palette. And I'm gonna use a brush and kind of just stipple this over my blush. To be honest, the shimmer in here and the highlight in here is probably my favorite thing out of the entire palette. Other than that, everything else is just pretty like lackluster in my opinion. But this highlighter is really pretty. Last but not least, I wanted to shout out the Beauty Blender Boost 4-in-1 Firming Peptide Spray. So to be honest, the first time that I used this, I was not a big fan of it, but then I realized that this actually does do a really nice job at keeping your makeup in place and keeping your face matte. It's a very intense spray, so I don't really like it before my makeup, but to me this is more of a finishing setting spray that you use right after you're all done your makeup to really lock everything in. But the more that I used it, I was like, okay, wait, this actually works really well. To me, this is also up there with the one size setting spray because it actually is so intense, very matte. So if you have oily skin, I think you would really like this, and I can definitely see this being one of my go-to high-end setting sprays now that it is officially summer. Not officially, but officially. This is why I always like to use products more than once, because sometimes my opinions change. So it's not a very hydrating spray, but it's really just meant to, I feel like, seal your makeup in and keep it in place all day. I do also really like the mister on it. I'm not crazy about the smell, but the spray itself is good. So I was like, you know what? I can get over that because it actually does work. And it's one of those sprays where you can see a difference with your makeup with it. So those are all of my May hits and misses. I really love this makeup look, by the way. I love a good pop of color with a peachy nude lip and cheeks. And so many of these products are amazing quality, and I'm so excited to continue to use them. You guys will see a lot of these in many upcoming videos. And if you have tried any of these, also let me know. And of course, the products that didn't work for me might work for you. You might really end up loving them. Everything works differently on everybody. Also, if there's anything else that you guys want me to test out, please let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!